Okay, just thought I would take a video while driving. Yes, I know I've got one hand on the wheel and I'm looking ahead, not really at the video, but I know it's pointed straight ahead. Anyway, traveling through northwest Colorado, probably about 50 miles east of the Utah border, and past Dinosaur National Monument. Very, very desolate here. Hasn't been really any water since the Green River 40 miles ago. But even though it's desolate, it's very pretty in a lot of ways. Actually, it looks like, as I say that, it looks like we're getting in a higher elevation because I'm noticing whatever those trees or bushes are called, but usually they replace sagebrush as you get higher. At least that's my experience. Anyway, maybe we're transitioning, or I'm transitioning into a new environment. We'll see, but turn the corner and see. Can't see yet. Get over that hill. That's what I love about driving out west, or anywhere where there's hills. I always want to know what's on the other side. Not that it's usually that spectacular, but every once in a while, like when you turn a certain road, depending on where you're coming from, all of a sudden you see the Tetons, and you're like, whoa, didn't expect that. Well, did expect it, but didn't expect to be slapped in the face by it. So anyway, let's see, get to this top of this hill. Most people think of Colorado as, other than the eastern plains, as these beautiful verdant mountains, and that's truly the case in a lot of it, but up here in northwest Colorado, it's very different. There's mountains in the distance, but we're really not driving through mountains, driving through areas of sagebrush. Well, I guess that was just temporary, because now you can see that the sagebrush have replaced those taller, or have they? I'll just keep my mouth shut, and anybody who ever watches this can decide for themselves. There are cars here. Now that's not unusual, but I mean, I've been to parts of Colorado, Utah, and all of the western states where you can drive on a 2-lane highway, and you could lie down in the middle of the 2-lane highway for hours and not have to worry about things. Here, at least, yes, there are people traveling to and from, but not all that many. There's somebody behind me about a couple hundred yards. They'll probably end up passing me because I've just set my cruise control at the speed limit. Don't need the hassle of getting pulled over, and I'm not in any hurry anyway. So, but it's kind of hard to, again, videos aren't always the best medium to show people what the environment is around you, but if you're not going to be out here, it's the best that there is. So as I'm looking at the environment, and then I glance every once in a while at the video, it just does not do it justice. I think I might be coming up to a town, I'm not quite sure, but we'll see. After this hill, again, it's like being on kayaking on a river, and you don't know what's around the bend, and the hills are the same way. You do and you don't. It can't be that drastically different, but there's always that, for me, there's always that sort of excitement as what's over there, or we're gonna open up onto a big vista, or and sometimes that happens. All of a sudden you're in a big valley, or there's another mountain range that pops up, and you can't see it until you get to the top of the hill or just past the hill. So anyway, I certainly don't like electrical wires and things. I'd much rather nothing that reminds me of man or humans, just because I love that feeling of thinking that I'm out in the middle of nowhere. And that has been the case along this road for the most part, other than the road itself and some cars. But I can see now that there's a little more. So maybe I am getting close. Again, there's a series of hills, and every time I go across, it gives me no more, well, I think maybe now, no more indication of what's up ahead. So, trucker with their little pup. Anyway, this is kind of interesting. See the wide open spaces here. This is different than what I was going through, as seen on the video. And this is very wide open and a sort of a valley. And that's what I mean. I guess that's a good example. Now this guy's going to pass me by, so that's good. He's got plenty of room. Plenty of room. Yeah, there you go. Don't have to put your brakes on, buddy. Just your turn signal. You don't want to pull in front of me and slow down. So anyway, this I've got the cruise control. My cruise control's taking control, slowing me down this hill to keep me at the 65. But again, hopefully whoever watches this got a better idea of how open, how I don't like to use the word desolate, because desolate's got a negative sort of connotation, and really I don't mean it that way. It's not pejorative in any way. I like desolation, and the fewer man-made objects in my field of vision, the better. There are times when I like man-made objects, but for the most part, when I'm out here driving, I just love to get out where. But in order to do that, you just have to take the dirt roads. You can't take a major two-lane highway, and even though it's a two-lane highway, it is a major highway. So we're not going to be completely removed from mankind and the effects of humans and them living, working, and enjoying the land that I'm driving through. Now, as you can see, I'm going down, but back there's a huge mountain, I guess. I don't know, more than 1,000 feet prominence? Yeah, I'm sure. So, mountain. But it's just incredible when you're driving and you make these turns, or you go over a hill or come down from a hill. There's always something different, at least in my mind. Here's a little outpost. I have no idea what it is. Maybe somebody lives there. Maybe it's an outpost for their ranch, and their ranch is 5,000 acres, so they got to have a little spot. Anyway, I'm rambling, but I should just shut my mouth and let this go for a minute more. I think I will, and hopefully it'll be, well, to me it's interesting no matter what we encounter, but hopefully it speaks to what I was talking about in terms of the environment and the scenery changing. All right, I'm going to shut up finally. One more hill. got 2 hills. Side here just to show you that's out there as well. Kind of difficult to do that because of the hills and the car itself, but here, I'll do it again. But it is pretty amazing that you can look as far as the eye can see and there's basically nothing out there, which is absolutely heaven to me, but I know a lot of people would not be thrilled with that. But if you've gotten this far and watching this video, whoever you might be, or maybe it's just me, I'll rewatch it, of course, relive my vacation. It's, I don't know, it's just wonderful. I wouldn't want it all the time. I'm not a hermit, but to know that this is even out here like this when I'm back home is just, I don't know, it's gratifying. There's something that's comforting about it. Knowing that there's this space, and if I really wanted to get away at some point, especially when I have my truck camper, that I can go out and park it on Bureau of Land Management property and just be away from everybody and everything. And there's something to be said for that, I think, for everybody, whether they know it or not. I mean, not all the time, but when I'm sure there's most people, even the most gregarious, and I'm quite gregarious and social, but even people who almost have to be around people, every once in a while they might enjoy being in that situation, that environment. All right, I'm going to shut up again, but I'm going to go over one more hill. I know I lied to you guys. I don't know who you guys are. I have 7 subscribers. I have no idea who they are. Anyway, in fact, my dad, who passed in 2019, might be one of them. So he might be still on here, but he sees everything that, from a better perspective than the YouTube channel anyway now. So that he's passed. But one more hill, and then do I dare promise to stop? Well, not film and stop talking. Both of those are very, very difficult to do for me. I need talking even more. I could turn this off and talk to myself, for that matter. But anyway, yeah, this is kind of interesting because here we're up through this area here, which looks different than any of the area that we've been through in this whole darn video. And then, nice clouds up there. It's unusual to see clouds because it's been so dry. Yeah, just opens up into a more of a vista of emptiness, other than the road and some electrical supply lines. So, all right, I'm going to let it go, because if I said the next hill, I could literally be doing this till I'm in Iowa, or eastern Iowa. All right, if you got this far, if anybody watches and got this far, my God, you're either, well, I'm just going to leave it at kudos to you.